these are a few swimming exercises, dryland exercises that help with the strength training of the swim-specific strength training that you can do anywhere. Most importantly, if you're in a spot where you don't have a pool. So I've got just a little piece of nylon up over the door. You can hook it to anywhere above you, and then I've just got a basic stretch cord right here. And I'm just going to show you some of the exercises, how to do them properly. I'm also going to name the exercises so that you understand how to do them, okay? First thing we're going to start with is just learning that nice high elbow catch, all right, what they call early vertical forearm, which is basically where we want our arm nice and high, our elbow nice and high, so that we get a lot of leverage on our stroke and that we're using the big muscles like the shoulders and the chest, the lats to pull, not using the rotator cuff, all right? We're trying to avoid any risk of dropping that elbow and damaging the smaller muscles like the rotator cuff. So here we go. I'm just going to start with a basic catch exercise. Just a little sculling drill. Notice I have my spine is in a nice neutral position. My hands are out in front. And the first thing that you can do is just sort of roll your hands back and forth just to sort of get a feel of the resistance. Notice that my elbows are staying high. My shoulders are nice and high. I'm getting a good stretch here as well, hence the name stretch cords. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull straight down with my elbows high and just feel that resistance. So this is just for that first vertical part of the catch, where I'm just catching the water. And then I'm going to take this into a full stroke, making sure that the band's not too tight, but I'm just going to pull through. And I'm going to let the resistance, especially on the return, hold good form. Nice high elbow, high elbow. Just high elbow, and I'm just pushing straight back. Working on that nice high elbow recovery. Keeping the hands down, pushing straight down. Spine's in line, head's neutral. Exhaling. Inhaling in the return. Exhaling. Inhaling in the return. Exhaling. If you're doing this properly, the core should be nice and tall. You should have a nice tall movement. I can also do this as an isolated exercise where I'm quite simply just going to do one arm at a time. And this helps with good balance training. Okay. So the next exercise is basically we're going to take from that, we're going to take it into some of the drills that you can do in the pool. One of the best drills to do for this early vertical forearm and for good technique is what's called the catch-up drill. Very simply, we're just going to let our hand catch up to the other hand. So I'm in my nice starting position, nice and tall, elbows high, and I'm going to take a stroke, and then I'm going to let the other arm catch up. The other arm catch up. Notice the nice high elbow recovery. It's okay if you rotate a little to open up the hip right here, but I'm pushing back, and then I'm letting that arm recover. It's important that you do this nice and slow and controlled. What you don't want to do is jerk it and let it pull you, at least not at first, all right? Some stuff that can be done later. But working on that nice form, letting that elbow pull nice and high, and you're entering back into the water, just like you're in the pool. You're going to pull down, nice high elbow. So again, that's our catch-up drill. Very simple, very effective. Now if I want to take this into my regular swim stroke, again, always doing this slow and then working to a faster speed as needed. Notice I'm using the green TheraBand, very light. I don't need a lot of resistance. This is all about motor learning. It's all about teaching the muscles the proper movement. If I want to do a regular stroke with this, let's say I want to do an interval of 6 times 50. I'm just going to work nice and good into a good rhythm, just like I was doing it in the pool. I'm just going to work my arms. So, for example, I'm going to go for, let's say, 30 seconds, okay? Just set the watch, boom, go. Holding good form, good technique, keeping the elbow high. Finishing the stroke. Head's in a nice neutral position. Really reaching, getting a good stretch. And that's all there is to it. Just a good stroke right there, okay? And we can do a lot of different exercises and drills with that. Just doing a basic skull drill like we talked about before, which is just catching up here at the top. Doing a skull drill like this, all right? Practicing the finish drill, if we will. And we can also do more complex drills that help accentuate the body roll and a good high elbow recovery, like the head touch drill. It's one of my favorite drills. Nice neutral starting position, good position, and I'm just going to take my stroke, touch my head. This really works on shoulder flexibility. Keeping that elbow high all the time. Elbow high at all times. Never drop the elbow, ever. Never drop the elbow. So, just going to show in more detail the same sort of drills, the same sort of movements. One thing that's very important is that you keep that spine in line. You want to resist the temptation to sort of arch your back. You always want to stay tall, use the core, okay, and leave it nice and open. All right, we're just going to show some closer up shots, okay? Elbow high, I'll do them nice and slow, spine in line, nice and tall, but relaxed, and I'm going to down. Nice and high elbow. Good leverage for good power.